you have to show 17% to your level from your opening. You have to consider about your first, your second, your third, and your last section.
Hello, my name is Rebecca. I am a Wushu athlete, and this video is part 2 of my interview with All China Games and World Wushu Champion Lai Xiaoxiao Sunny Lai. In the first video, we discussed what makes up a good Taolu. If you're interested in that discussion, there's a link in the description below. In this video, we will walk through Sunny's straight sword or Jianshu form from the All China Games. This form not only won first place in straight sword, but also contributed to her total score, which won her the title All China Games All-Around Champion. I know I said this would be part of a 2-part series, but I actually decided it made sense to split into 3 parts, so the final portion will discuss how Sunny developed her personal style over many years of training. If you're interested in that, please do subscribe, and without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Tell me about your opening movements. Why did you choose these ones?
So like every time, I don't want too long. Because I want to be simple. I have to focus on my mandu, like first half sections. If I'm doing like too much movements, it's maybe consume my sound allergy. This opening, it's very short and just show my drop stance. I have like very flexible shoulder, so I will be make the like pose, it's open, very open. So if you have anything like want to ask me, I can pause.
So I have watched the other Taolus. I noticed that they follow a similar pattern. Can you explain what that pattern is that they all follow and why you do that?
You mean like the angle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I want to tell, like because you can see my form almost like the same angle, like from like first and second and third and last one. So I just want make sure the whole carpet I can use them. So some of the athletes, they create their own forms. They just focus on the top on the left or top on the right or top on the bottom, the side. So they just create movements like here and do one, blah, 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 and then just go straight. I think it's not good for like your 4 forms, because you have to consider about your first, your second, your third, and your last section, and make sure everything, every like angle, every direction, you should be used. So I'm always concerned about my each event about Changquan and spear and like straight sword. So I need to consider about, did I go that way? Or if I'm not, I will think about, oh, maybe I want to create like that way, be like a combo and poses.
I see. So yeah. the angles of your form, you are trying to most utilize the space.
Yes.
Performance. Gotcha.
And also like looks like beautiful, your movement very flow. It's not just a stand and like doing the combo, because if you're not moving, so your speed very slow. So you have to think about move and with your movement and connect.
Interesting. Actually, could we go back a little bit? I love this section after the split. The whole thing after you get up from the split till you're doing the Xingbu. Can you tell me anything more about these movements, why you chose them?
Okay, yeah. I created this section like a second section and with third section because I just want to make sure they are connect. So I'm not to stop and I'm not to use like pose just end of the second. So I create those movements because I want to show my advantage about my straight sword basics.
Cool. Do you have favorite movements from your Taolu?
Yeah.
Favorites?
I think my favorite movement, I think it's my opening. Yeah, because the opening is more important than other movements. It's like the judge and also like audience can say what's the athlete level. Yeah, so sometimes like when the judge give your score and they are thinking, oh, what's the level you will be? Maybe top maybe middle, maybe lower. So that's opening, it's more important. So you have to show your maybe 17% to your level, like from like in front of your opening. Maybe you're flexible and you're strong, you're powerful and like that. So like choose best moments for your form and in your opening. Yeah.
And do you have any movements that you like dislike doing in your form?
Yeah, and section 3 about like 挂件. I don't really like that because sometimes you have to consider about your speed because you can be very fast because if you touch in your body and the deduction, so you have to be careful. So be careful, the flight side, your speed will be slower. So that's hard for me. And also I will choose like, okay, I will do like maybe slower. But when I'm doing slower, I think my reason, it just broke. Like it's not can be connect. Well, I'm practice, not competition, just in my training. So I will do very fast and very smooth and very flow. But in competition, you should be like care about that. Because if you are like have deduction and you can get the number 1. So that's why I don't really like it.
I see. So what you're saying is that with this particular move, because it's so easy to get the deduction if you maybe hit yourself with your weapon,
Yes.
you do it at a certain rhythm, but you don't like the rhythm as much as if you were just doing it for practice.
Yeah. And also it's this movement, it's not really like hit your body. It's because like straight sword, it's maybe very loose. It's very louder when you're doing flower and when you're doing step. But sometimes if you just do a little bit, use your wrist and your straight sword, just like pipa. For this movement, I don't worry about like, oh, I really hurt myself. It won't be happen. Because I worry about if I use my speed very fast, my straight sword will make the noise. That's why I need to slow down and control the speed. That's why I pick my 挂件 in my like end of the section 3. If I'm doing like 挂件 in the first movement when I'm doing like splits, when I'm get up, then maybe I doing very fast. Because I have power, I have energy, I will do pa very fast. But when the end of the section 3, so I think, okay, I will choose the other way to slow down. But sometimes I create my form for the competition and maybe 2019, and I don't really change my form like too much. So I just change it a little bit, and maybe just 1 or 3 like movements. I adjust like direction. So I'm not really changing my whole like movements. So that's movement I really enjoying, and I think I can do very well. I've been training maybe over 100 times.
Yeah.
I think all of the movements, I really enjoying that.
Okay, that wraps up this week's video. If you're interested in part 1 where we discuss what makes up a good Taolu, you can check out the link in the description below. In part 3 of the interview, Sunny will discuss how she spent years of training to develop her own personal style, so definitely subscribe if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.